Live from Columbia, South Carolina, this is WIS News Primetime.
Well, good evening. Thanks so much for joining us for WIS News Primetime. I'm Greg Adeline.
And I'm Hannah Burbank. Every weekday at 7:30, we'll be here to tell the untold stories of kindness, community, and hope across the Midlands.
And tonight we see how planting the seed of a good habit can soon grow into a consistent routine to a healthier lifestyle, all in your own backyard.
Now that the weather is warming up, it may be the perfect time to pick up a new outdoor activity. And better yet, why not grow food from the comfort of your own yard while you're at it?
Our Myra Perillo Guerrero paid a visit to former WIS anchor Dawndy Mercer Plank, who shows us how planting a tiny seed can soon grow into a healthy habit and lifestyle. Take a look.
Gardening. It's not for everyone, but for those who like it, it's a way to not only connect with nature, but also appreciate the concept of growth.
It is a learning experience, so I think starting small is advantageous, but it's so much fun.
And in spring, that's typically when the hands and tools are down in the dirt for former WIS anchor Dawndy Mercer Plank.
I love getting my hands in the dirt and seeing what can grow just from an itty bitty little seed.
When she wasn't reporting the news, Dawndy says she enjoyed gardening, an activity she took up a couple of years ago.
And I asked my husband for a gardening box, and I wanted one like this. So he built that, it's over there. And then I realized, because that was just very doable for me. And then I said, you know, I'm enjoying this so much, and there are all these other seeds that I'd like to plant and grow. So could I have another grow box? Well, he forgot the size of this one apparently, and he made me this one. So he went big on this one for me. But it is wonderful because this is my happy place.
Giving us an exclusive tour of her garden and a few things she grows.
And so all that back row is kale. And then I've got some pole beans here. I've got my spinach here. The spinach has done really well this year. There's not as much of it right now because we come out and grab it almost nightly. These are potatoes. I have red potatoes, purple potatoes, white potatoes. And the potatoes just planted a couple weeks ago, and they create this beautiful plant, and then they'll just continue to produce, and I'll get to take from them in a couple months.
Though she taught herself how to upkeep her garden, she said she owes a lot of her knowledge to Sal Sharp from Grow Your Garden with Sal.
And then always, always get the advice of the professionals. I went to Lowe's and I bought what I thought was planting soil. And when I contacted Sal of Grow Your Garden with Sal, she said, no, there's too much nitrogen. I had to take it all back.
Sal is a gardening expert. In her business, she teaches people how to grow and how to maintain a healthy and successful garden.
Number one thing is to pick a spot that's got the most sunlight in your garden, because most things are going to need 6 to 8 hours of sunlight. The second thing is don't go slack on the soil. Invest in some good soil.
Sal is also a familiar face you may have seen before on your screen.
You know, it is just such a perfect day to work in your garden. Sal Sharp is the owner of Sal's Old Timey Feed and Seed, and she's sharing her expert advice on how to plant the seeds.
She addressed the general rule of thumb when starting your garden.
The stuff you buy in the grocery store doesn't have as much nutrition as what you grow in your garden. That's why broccoli tastes better, tomatoes taste better.
Just eat that right off there. Taste how fresh. Girl, eat the whole mint leaf. It's so good, isn't it?
So if you've got some children that don't like vegetables, you start growing your own stuff. They'll be out here picking the sugar peas. And you could just see Dawndy's face when she was talking about her baby, her garden. It's so exciting to see something grow from a little seed, because our ancestors have been doing that from the dawn of time. And now, yes, we don't want it to become a lost art. This is something everybody needs. You got science in it, you got hard work, you got air. It's good all around.
And after a long day at the garden, it was time to taste test what was harvested and learn about the different things one can make with their crops.
As I clean the kale and the collards and everything, I go ahead and I start massaging it. And then I love also just kind of having my knives out, my favorite knives. And then, go ahead and cut up the kale. And then after you have all of your kale and you stick it in the bowl, I take my favorite olive oil.
Okay.
This one has lemon in it. Ooh. And then just a dab, just a tiny dab of olive oil. And that is literally massaging the kale. So then when you put it all together, your kale is not coarse. It's softer. So it's more pleasing to eat, if you will. So that kale goes in there. I love mint. And so I just take the mint. I use the mint in all my salads. I also use mint in tea. I love a cup of tea in the afternoon.
The prep work created not just a colorful salad with fresh ingredients, but a filling soup, adding variety to successful harvesting. The ultimate reward again was to see something so small grow into something so worthwhile.
Who needs to go inside to eat?
So gardening may not be for everyone, but if it is something you are willing to try, it may just be for you. Myra Perella Guerrero, WIS News 10.
Oh, just incredible and so great to see Dawndy. I gotta say, that salad looked absolutely fantastic.
You're not going to get a better one than that. Completely fresh. Made me want to take up gardening. It was inspiring for sure.
I know. Now I'm totally hungry.
Yes,
All right.
I'm with you on that.
I'd say a lot healthier than the, McDonald's or something that we might get on break. So
Yeah, it probably tastes a little better too.
yes, absolutely. All right.